So is it possible that aliens have been living in our oceans this whole time? I never thought it would be possible I'd be reading that line on national television, but here I am. Joining us now is retired U.S. Navy Rear Admiral Tim Gallaudet. His new book, Holding Fast in the Heavy Seas, is out next spring. Admiral, great to have you on. So you say you know the exact ocean canyon we should be searching for underwater UFOs. Where is it? Why are you so sure about it?
Well, good to be with you, Elizabeth. I wouldn't quite say I know exactly where they are. What I did is support the Ross Coulthart episode this weekend, where we went out on an exploration to possibly identify where these are occurring. What we know is that the U.S. Navy has observed these phenomena going in and out of the ocean in Southern California repeated times. And so there are areas where that might be possible. We went and investigated one such area off Redondo Beach, an undersea canyon, but we have no evidence yet. But we do know from Navy video and sailor reports to me personally, whistleblowers, that these phenomena are being observed coming in and out of the ocean off Southern California and other areas of the world's ocean.
And to be clear, they're not just observed going in and out of the water, they're observed moving through the water at speeds that are unheard of and impossible according to everything we can do and we know scientifically.
Right. Well, I wouldn't say there's a whole mass of data, but I've had submarine officers and former acoustic intelligence specialists come to me and describe to me instances of objects they've been able to detect on sonar with anomalous behaviors, traveling faster than what our submarines can do, and even our weapons can do, such as torpedoes. And I've also had sailors come to me and describe to me, former sailors, pardon me, of the Navy, that have seen objects go in and out of the ocean. So, and by the way, others have reported this. For example, Lou Elizondo, has published a book about this called Imminent, describes several instances where overhead video using national intelligence assets have seen underwater objects moving at high rates of speed below the ocean surface.
So what is it about the California coast or the Pacific Ocean near California, do you think, why are we seeing more incidents there than we are in other places?
I don't know. And that's why we want to research this. And I've called for this to be a national research priority, because what can explain what they're doing, why they're doing it, their intent, their nature, where they occur. It's right now, I don't know. And the government's not releasing what it knows. And so that's what we've called for. And the folks that former national security personnel in this film, The Age of Disclosure, have all called for.
You know, people might laugh when they hear that aliens or alien spaceships could be hiding in our oceans, but the reality is we don't know a lot about our own oceans. We've only explored 27% of Earth's oceans. We know more about the moon and Mars, the surface of the moon and Mars, than we do about our own oceans. If someone or something wanted to hide, there's no more perfect place.
But you've done your homework, Elizabeth, because that's exactly right. We've only mapped the seabed of the ocean floor to about 25% of its total. We've not even explored 10% of the ocean volume. And yes, we know the surface of Mars and the moon to a better resolution than we do of the ocean floor. So if there were any extraterrestrial visitors and that did not want to be seen, this is where they'd hide. Now, I will not be claiming that that's what these source of these phenomena are, because again, we don't have evidence yet.
You don't know.
We have reports of it, but like David Grush, for example, the UAP whistleblower who testified in front of Congress about this, but right now I've not seen the evidence, so that's what we're searching for.
All right. Admiral Gallaudet, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. All right.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.